Hey guys, I hope everyone is okay and moving along. And, we always want to go with the flow. I know, sometimes we start thinking to ourselves, what's going to happen next? I know we're all going through our own spiritual experiences, earth experiences, but one thing I can tell you as a spiritual advisor, please just take one day at a time. Things are going to be okay. We're still going through that black tunnel, going to see that white light, but things will turn. Yes, we're going through a major changeover. So just pace yourself and breathe. Important to breathe, okay? Hi everyone, the ones that don't know me, or you guys do know me. I'm Mark, I'm the spiritual advisor and coach. If you ever like to, whenever you have time, check out the description box below. I offer so many different sessions I can help you and open up doors for you and guide you in your journey. Welcome to our weekly pick a card. Well, welcome to your weekly pick a card. Here's pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Pick the pile that you feel drawn to. And the pile that you pick, every card that I pull from the pile, there's messages from your angels. Okay, so keep it in mind. So every time I pull the card from the pile, there's always messages, and those are for you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so you could be part of the spiritual family. I love you to be connected. Also, this way you could also keep up to date on all the info on my channel. I know you guys are excited. I'm excited too to give you wonderful messages from the other side. So let's get started. All right, welcome to pile number 1. Sometimes we're not expressing ourselves, so we need to share our voice. Don't be afraid what you need to say. This deals with not just with our spiritual life, dealing with communication with the other side, to tell them what's in our hearts, but also to tell people we need to stand our ground. It also says right here, come out of the cave. That means don't hide. At times when we deal with communication, we want to share, but one thing we need to do, even in the spiritual way of thinking and feeling and believing, we want to share what's in our heart. Do we ever touch within our hearts? Sometimes all I love to say is, you know what? You guys know that meditation does exist. Not everyone knows how to do it, but that's how we go more internal. By closing your eyes, putting a white light around you, ask the angels to come forth, and just zone into, I don't care if you have to think of nothing, and just zone into what your mind will speak to you instead of you trying to find something. Also, by sharing your voice, it's not only going internally, but how about externally, right? You're expressing with people in 3D, we're seeing our surroundings, right? We're expressing what the experiences we're going through for other people or within ourselves, what we're feeling, right? But we're observing everything. That's one thing we need to learn, is to observe more than absorb. We're consuming too much. Or let's put it this way. Only consume what serves you, not what doesn't serve you. If it doesn't feel right, get away from it. But you're expressing, you're sharing. That's part of the ego, believe it or not. It's not the fear, doubt, and worry that we created, but more in our minds, but more about sharing the experience and going through the experience. That's the part of the ego that really comes out. So you're sharing, you're opening up. Again, you're using your heart and you're saying things, what you want. So you're saying it verbally. Here you're doing it more internally and you're keeping quiet. There you're doing externally. Also, did you ever think of having self-talk, right? Self-talk. What is self-talk? When you talk to yourself, that's also sharing your voice, right? But this one you're also verbally doing. External, outside, inside, you're talking to people, interacting, verbalizing, right? Self-talk, you're talking to your soul. The soul is telling you, ask it a question. You'll get an answer by feeling it. You'll have that feeling of you already got the answer, or you'll hear the answer, or you may even see a picture image. Talk to your soul about your journey and find out, what am I missing? But ask questions. Don't be too broad or too vague. But you're sharing your voice, you're expressing, you're opening, you keep on expanding. And this way, when you do that, you're opening yourself up for more involvement and growth. We don't think just communication can be one of the big keys, in a group, of course, whatever you do to express it and open up, whatever you want to do in your life, like starting a business and asking questions and getting involved, right? Starting a new relationship or whatever. You communicate with the other person to know them, and grow together. So everything comes down to sharing your voice and opening up. So just keep that in mind, how powerful that really is. All right. So now we get too serious. They want you to dance with life. Sometimes you just have to go with it. I know we don't want to, and then we feel like, oh God, I'm resisting because I don't want to deal with it, because with this, and I have to deal with maybe your family members, or you're dealing with your friends, or you're dealing with people that you don't want to get involved with, but just flow with it. Sometimes, you know what, you have to go within yourself. This is where you come back with sharing your voice and saying to yourself, and this is where you can have self-talk, when you're not around them, and you say to yourself, how do I deal with this situation? One thing I want you to keep in mind, going back with sharing your voice, is the more intellectual you think, you don't attract the emotions, and that's how you don't absorb. You could put a highlighter on you. I tell my clients this all the time. Put a highlighter on you, that's great. But the moment you start getting emotional, a little bit's okay. But if you get too emotional, then you don't become intellectual, that's logic thinking, then you can't make really proper decisions, or you can't think straight, or you don't feel good, but you absorb their stuff. That's how you prevent it. Intellectual thinking will prevent people's energies from absorbing within you. So this is where you want to dance with life. You want to flow. You want to let things come about. Sometimes I know we want to manage things and control things. Well, guess what? Why do you want to do such a thing? I mean, I know I had to get myself out of my own habit of it. I used to go like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to write this down. That's where I get a little bit with my OCD, and I have to say, no. I have to push that away, and I have to just flow with it. Sometimes we don't want to flow through. Look at the changes that we're going through right now on the earth. Look at this. Look at the crazy stuff that's going on. And some of us don't know where to put ourselves. Some of us are fine. They're going, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, but whatever it is, it really comes down to is just to trust it. The angels and guides are here to guide you. I get numbers all the time. And they're giving me, oh my God, they're giving me numbers like there's no tomorrow when I get off track. That's right, even for me as a spiritual advisor, I have coaches helping me, I help them. And let me tell you something, there are times I've had my resistance and I can't flow right. And then I say to myself, whoa, what am I doing here? No, I want to flow. I want it to come together and stop analyzing so much. And just plan it out, confront it, resolve it, and just flow with it. That's why they want you to dance with life. They just want you to flow. Let it happen. Plan it out, and then just let it flow. If it doesn't go out that way, change your plans. It's okay. We have to remind ourselves not to be so hard on ourselves and know it's okay. Now, dealing with, as we already know, okay? We already know this, that we're going through a transformation. We're going through a transformation, a changeover, right? We're going through mental changes, emotional changes. So this is the transformation card. So we're changing, right? Look at all the different changes that we're going through right now, right? Earth changes, right? And for the earth changes and the spiritual changes, it's affecting our mental, our emotional, our physical, our spiritual, right? So now we have to start really looking into, how do I work this out? Well, I can't keep on controlling it. See, that's why they want you to flow with it. But what I could do is, I could look at things as, it's a transformation and I have to trust it. Because if I don't trust it, and I keep on doubting it, and they're giving me messages, like the angels constantly give me number, I get 444. I'm sure you guys have it too, right? Am I correct? You guys get 444, 222. Well, this is not a coincidence. They're telling you things through these changes. They're trying to guide you and direct you. So just note, when you're going through these transformations and this changeover, knowing it's for the highest and the best, even though it doesn't feel like it's fair, some of the changes that are going on right now. And it feels very, very, very uncomfortable with some of the stuff. Okay? We're just getting noisy, and we're getting noises of our surrounding, what's going around the world. But also it's within us what we're feeling times like, wow, the energies are getting more and more intense. I don't know if I can handle it. Wow, what can I do about that? Right? So it really comes down to is we just need to breathe through it, focus through it. See, the more we ground ourselves and the more we stay focused on it and just to do it without thinking too much about it, it's going to flow. That's where the dance with life, just flow with it, right? So remember all the different changes. Oh, they wanted me to talk about this one, but it just flew out of my the card holder here. So they just wanted to flow with it. Since they flew it out, I'm going to go right into it because it sounds like they really want me to talk about it. All right. Oh, look at this. No wonder why they want me to talk about it. Look at it. It flew out from the card holder. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to trust. Doesn't this go back to the transformation? You have to trust the changeover, even though we don't understand it. So you have to take the leap of faith. Sometimes we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to get out of the uncomfortable zone. No, we do not. Okay, but sometimes we just have to take a chance, and it's okay. And I know it could be scary, but you know you'll be okay through it. Don't doubt yourself. Seriously, don't doubt yourself because they are helping you on the other side. We are not alone. When we came in here, we think we're alone. When we leave, we're alone. And trust me, if I could say this, like I can see, maybe some of you guys can see, that, I can see spiritual activity all the time around me. Like, I know I'm never alone. You're never alone. So, and now listen to this. And this is really important. You go first. The universe will catch you. So you have to they'll meet you 50%, but you have to do it first. Okay, we go, no, let the angels do it first. No, they're saying, no. We want you to do it first. So by having the leap of faith, you have to take the plunge. You have to take the chance. And don't be afraid of it. Because you know why? Your spirit knows your journey. And let it guide you. Just trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Right? So look what's going on here. I'm going to put it all together for you guys. Remember, expression is so important by sharing your voice. It's a communication as we evolve and grow. So communication is everything. I'm sure you guys will agree with that. Flowing with that without analyzing it, right? I'm sure you guys will agree with that, right? And all the different changes that we're going through, we just have to trust the process, trust the divine process. Also, the taking the chances for your growth and your involvement, go for it. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, think about things before you make a decision, but don't be afraid of it. It's so important not to be afraid of it, because if you do, how are you going to move forward? You know, it's so important. So please keep that in mind. And I know at times it could be really scary. And then we start to say to ourselves, well, you know, maybe I don't want to. But then we could say to ourselves, why not? Why not take the plunge? Thank you guys so much. And it means from the bottom of my heart for you being here. And anything that resonates with you today. And if you'd love to schedule a session one-on-one with me, I'd love to help you on your journey. And I'd love to hear your comments, please, because I will write you back, like I always say to you guys. And the best way to support my channel is to hit that thumbs up button. And just remember, I'm always here for you guys to guide you and direct you on your journey. And subscribe here on my YouTube at Marc Healing Arts, MARC, about spiritual growth that I always love to share. I'll see you soon. I'm Marc, I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. All right, guys, I know you're really excited, and welcome to pile number 2. All right, let's see what they have to tell you. Oh, break the chain. Break the chain. That means things that we're so used to doing, we need to start changing things around, because you know what? We are going through major changes, not only earth changes, but spiritual changes. And part of the spiritual changes are dealing with what? Do you guys know? Dealing with our emotions, right? The way we're thinking, feeling, believing, on how we're dealing with circumstances as they arise, and how to put things in each thing in its place. So by breaking the chain, it's almost like you're not doing things like how you used to do. I mean, the angels, they go forth and they come out right here, and they said there's healing involved, rewriting the future. That means of whatever we have done in the past, rewrite it. So for the future, things will be different. You're going to be changing over. So when you're breaking the chain, it's almost like old patterns. Look at this. We are in the year of the 9, right? The year of the 9 is the old is going bye-bye and the new's beginning. So we're rewriting the future of the new beginning. So we're going to move forward. So I know it's not so easy because we're so used to going to certain patterns of everyday life, right? We have our same routines, like what time we wake up. I'm not going to say to totally change all your patterns on how you're used to doing that works for you. But there's certain patterns that you wanted to change. And one of them, believe it or not, is how we're handling the emotions on how we're dealing with everyday life. Do we feel like we're getting better? Like, what's a good word for you? What they're saying right now is be more resilient. Be more resilient toward it. Rise above it, right? Instead of saying, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know where I'm going to start. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. So by starting fresh, moving forward, instead of doing the same thing, and certain things that don't work for you, that's where you want to try a different way of doing it. Other things are working for you. Some of it you could keep, yes, but it's like the old patterns that are not serving you. That's where you want to break the chain and do new ones in its place. And believe it or not, it could be dealing with old relationships that were not meant to be, and eventually you may want to sever from it if you're able to, at least at the present time, or eventually move forward with that. Or old patterns with our minds, or old patterns where we're dealing with our family. Let's react differently toward them, so maybe we won't take it as personal, or becoming more expressive to them, or friends, or your lover, your partner, or you want someone in your life. So you're sick of being alone. So you're changing the old pattern. Well, I'll never meet anyone. I haven't been with someone for 10 years. Well, how do you keep on throwing that out? How will you ever meet anyone? You got to change the pattern. You know what? Each one of you guys, I'm telling you right now, each one, doesn't matter if you're male or female, I don't care how old you are, what religion, nationality, it does not matter. We, as the collective, we are all, remember, not just one or the other, everyone is the pillar of light. We have beautiful souls that we could do such wonderful things for each other and ourselves. But we need to get in touch more within ourselves. Because if we don't, we feel kind of lost, don't we? We feel very confused. Because then we don't know where we're supposed to be at. Isn't it a lot of the questions you hear from people? One of the big questions is, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what to do in my life. So you're getting confused. That's why, like for me, as a spiritual advisor and coach, I could help you with that. But we were the pillar of light. They tell me, show you the card like I did, but then they also tell me this, and I'm sure you guys agree with this. I'm really sure you do. But it's saying your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. That means our soul is evolving. Our subconscious mind is opening up. Right? People talk about the veil is dissolving in thinner. No, it's our subconscious mind is becoming more aware. We're at a higher frequency. We have more an awareness. So when we keep on saying, oh, the veil's getting thinner, no, our subconscious mind, my father used to say to me, the veil is not thinning. And I go, and this was in the 80s. And I go, well, what are you talking about? And then he says, it's open. It's your subconscious mind. It's how we're evolving. It's what we can experience. If we stay at a low frequency and we don't keep our minds open, how are we going to experience? How are we going to do it? Can't. So we are the pillar of light. We have power within us. We are powerful souls. And we could evolve in the spiritual sense and the earth sense. So we have this pillar of light that comes from God. And God's within all of us. And we're all connected to each other. This is the collective here. But on the other side, everything's connected to everything that relates to God. Or higher power, or Jesus, or the chi, or however you want to say it. Okay? So just be aware we're the pillar of light. So not only are we changing the patterns, that's so important to change, because we definitely want to change the pattern of how we're doing so we can move forward and evolve, but knowing we are so powerful souls, we could do so many things not only to progress as a soul, but have such wonderful earth experience and how we could help each other, dealing with the collective. We could just be there for each other and be there by each other's side. I mean, isn't that great to be there by each other's side? Let me tell you something. If we're all connected to each other and you give someone love, you will feel it back. You feel good about doing it because why? Because we're connected. You hurt someone, you're going to feel that pain too. So we are the pillar of light, but that pillar of light is made out of love. All right? So I want you to be aware of that. All right? When I talk about going inside oneself, really important. Really, 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 really important. You want to answer the call. What does that mean? Any of you guys know what that means? Answer the call? You say, what do you mean answer the call? What do I have? A phone line? Oh, maybe I'm showing my age here. I know there's no phone lines anymore. Maybe there are, but I haven't seen that many. Here, the angels are saying, what is your soul calling for you to do? Are you hearing the response? This is why I really recommend is to get in tune with oneself. And when you're answering the call, it's from your angels. It's from your guides. Sometimes it's even from your loved ones. They're communicating with you. You may go, well, I saw a rainbow. That represents, I remember my grandmother. Every time I thought of my grandmother, I saw always a rainbow outside. Yes, they give us hints. So by answering the call, you're finding out your journey of who you are as a soul and what you need to do on the earth. Because they come out and they say it again. I'll read it right from the card, because this is right from your angels directly. What is your soul calling you to do? Love yourself more and get more evolved and grow? Or was it meant to help people? Was it to learn about certain things that you need to learn? And so maybe you need to spiritual search about what you need to know about who you are as a soul by going deep within and do a lot of meditation work. Or connecting with Mother Nature and staying silent. Right? And you connect with Mother Nature, you become one with the universe. We don't think about that, do we? Or maybe some of us do. Think about the connection. Mother Earth and us together, and we're connected as one. And you can almost feel Mother Earth's vibration. So when you're answering the call, what does the call tell you to do? What are you feeling? Does it tell you to go outside? And it does talk to you, your soul. Do you go outside to connect with Mother Nature? To calm yourself down? To become more loving to yourself? To help people? To start something new? So you want to answer the call, right? Really important to listen to it. And I want to let you guys know, on the other side, they may call them ascending masters. I know I talked to my ascending masters on the other side. They could also be called, the Council of Light. They're here for you. They're here to teach you, help you grow. But we need to go within once again. Remember I said answer the call, go within? But also to go within, because when we get distracted, right? We're not paying attention to what's going on. We're going, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. But what it really comes down to, the more quiet we keep ourselves, I would hear angels whispering. They would be going, hush, hush, hush. And I'm going like, what the heck was that? And then I could see, like I just saw right now, I'm just telling you guys right now, I just saw this right now. I wish I was able to film this. I saw a white light spinning like this as it was going and going like this. It's like I'm going, am I going crazy? Oh, what's up with that? But those are angels. See, the angels are watching me help you guys. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so what it really comes down to, the council light is here to protect you, but to guide you, but also to educate you. Sometimes we say to ourselves, are we really, do we really have guidance? Of course, because our soul, going back to answer the call, the soul is speaking to you, right? You have the council of light, the ascending masters, or it could be other spirit. They're even seeing this right now. Angel Michael saying it. Or it could be from other spiritual groups. Could also be called council of light. You have so many different groups, spiritual angels, guides, council of ascending masters, other groups that maybe people don't even talk about. I know they're called on the other side. I don't want to sound like a movie here, but like soul keepers, gatekeepers. I mean, soul keepers are finding souls that are lost, believe it or not. Gatekeepers that open up doorways. I know from going on the other side, I've learned all this. All right? So, and just to let you guys know that, just, be aware of that we are powerful souls, like I mentioned to you before. Listen to the messages you're getting from angels within yourself. It's so important. Knowing you have groups on the other side to help you and guide you in your journey. And change all patterns so you can move forward and progress as a soul. Isn't that awesome, to do all that? You could really grow and evolve as a soul and just keep on moving forward. Because if we change things for the better, right? And keep on connecting and evolving as a soul. And keep on listening within. And knowing who we could go to for help. We are being guided on our journey on this earth. And then we could say, wow, the pieces do come together. It does work. And I know life is challenging. I know it's not fun. But you know what? But we'll be okay through it. And sometimes it is fun. So keep that in mind. It's not, oh my God, I don't want to do any of this, stuff. Just letting you guys know that just please just focus on it and just do one thing at a time. And thank you guys so much, for being here. That always means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. I love to see you guys on here. And any comments, please write in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. And anything resonates with you today, I would love to help you on your journey. Also, if you like my video, the best way to support me is to smash that like button. You can subscribe here at Marc, M-A-R-C, Marc Healing Arts. I'll see you soon. I send my love and blessings to all, and take care of yourself. I'm Marc. I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts. All right, so here comes the angels and the guides, and loved ones always come through, and this is pile number 3. So let's get started. Knowing that you guys, you have a soul family. Sometimes you feel like your friends are your soul family more than your family. You notice that? Sometimes your friends are more of a family. And believe it or not, even though they're friends, they're still part of your soul family. The ones that you connect with, the ones that you resonate with. So when you do resonate with them and you feel like you're evolving, do you also notice, do you ever notice this? That some people that you could have known for years and years and years, and you're not resonating like they used to, because you know why? You're evolving and you're moving more forward. So their energies, and believe it or not, I'm no divorce attorney and I'm no psychologist here when I'm saying this to you guys, but I see how the energies work. Do you ever notice that people who are together for many years, all of a sudden the energies start changing and they separate and divorce? It's like they're not clicking, they're not connecting like they were before things were flowing, right? So keep that in mind. But, going back with soul family is, they can still be your soul family even though they're separate, but then you start not to resonate with them. You say, well, they're really part of my soul family. Maybe it was like a temporary connection, even if you were married, so it was a temporary connection, but if it was long-term, well, then, they are your soul partner, and you were meant only to be married for a certain point, but now you're meant to separate. But that's just one situation. I mean, there are other situations dealing with your soul family. Your soul family could be so many things. Angels and guides on the other side, right? Some of your friends, believe it or not, just because they're an animal, they're soul family. Like people call sometimes their dog a soulmate. Anything could be a soulmate, right? It doesn't have to be a lover. But a lover could be part of your soul family, the one that you love, that you really connect with, the one you resonate with, the one that I like to use the word, they use the word as lifetime partner, right? The twin flame is kind of a loose thing. Whoops. The twin flame is kind of a loose thing, right? So, let's not call it that, because it's not like something like, if it's part of your soul family, the one who you're supposed to connect with, it's not part of it saying, I'm looking for you, I'm your other half. No, we're all connected to each other. It's how you resonate. Your vibration comes out as part of your soul family, who you resonate with, who you connect with. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be your partner, it could be a co-worker, it could be an animal, Oh my God, it could be so many things. So you have a soul family, not just from people, but it's from animals too. So don't totally separate them, right? So we are all connected, we have a soul family. They wanted me to tell you that. So this way, so whenever you feel isolated, knowing you have a lot that surrounds you and you are not alone. Sometimes in your life, don't we feel this? I know I feel like this from time to time, even the crazy stuff that's going on right now. Don't you guys feel this is the crumbling card? It feels like everything's falling apart. Well, not everything, but things are falling apart. Like people may not be doing well in their business. They may not be dealing great with their relationship. They may not be dealing with their own mental, emotional health, because there's a lot of stress that's going on around us right now, right? Going, oh my God, what do we do? How do we handle it? Where do we go from there? But just want to let you guys know that you'll be okay. You'll move more forward. And I know, I like to use the expression, we're going through this dark tunnel and we don't see, we're walking forward, but sometimes we don't feel that there's a light, but the light will come. Part of it, us as co-creators, that we could create our own reality just by our thoughts and doing the thing, whatever you're going to do. If it's a business thing or a relationship, people say, well, I can never find anyone. Well, maybe you need to go out a little bit more and manifest and attract it and be patient with it. Don't be desperate about it. Okay, so sometimes we just feel like things are crumbling, like we feel like we're alone, right? We're barely making it financially. I feel like everything, the earth is going crazy, with people and all of the situation. Right? Getting family fights, or people not connecting. This is where we need to stay together and keep the house up without it falling apart. So we need to be more loving to each other and more understanding toward each other, and to build your foundation, right? So we have the soul family to connect with us. So when we feel lost or confused, we can go and talk to them, like your friends, your family, even talk to, I don't know, it'll be as easy to talk to an animal. You could talk to them, but if you don't channel back like I do, I channel with animals, then you may not get messages, but you may feel love. That's a good way of, even when you feel sad, they can give you love just for them being there. So we always have a soul family, and when things fall apart, we can talk to them, but at the same time, how do we recreate or rebuild what's not working, so this way things don't keep on crumbling, right? Because as they keep on crumbling, then we're going to get more and more lost, and we're saying, oh my God, this is getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know what to do with myself. My mental health is going bonkers. I don't know how to think anymore. Emotional, I'm so unstable. I'm not sleeping well at night. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And this is where we need to correct all this so our life doesn't fall apart. So whatever our weakness is, we need to put things in a different perspective and do the opposite of what we're doing. So I can't find a job, look for a job. I'm alone and I want to be with someone. Well, manifest it and then go to spiritual groups, whatever, or social groups. Do the opposite of what we're doing. That's how we build our foundation back up. Now, we may question ourselves and we may say to ourselves, will things ever get better? Remember I just said how things are crumbling? They're telling me to tell you guys, from your angels and guides, and even loved ones, they're telling me, yes, things will get better. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but we have to keep our vibrations up. So here it is right here. You see this? Okay, that's yes, things will get better. We need to stay more positive. Even we have to transcend. We have to rise above. We have to learn not to absorb so much, because the lower frequencies are trying to get us to think in fear. They're trying to distract. Push your distractions away. Observe it. I like to say, this is my term, how I like to say this. Observe it, but don't absorb it. Do I do some of the absorbing as well? Oh yeah, I do. And then I start saying to myself, what am I doing with this? What's up with this? Kind of thing. And then I have to say, stop. And I have to correct myself. We all go through emotional stuff. But what it really comes down to is we need to focus within. So will things get better? And I want you guys to feel good, when I say this, and I mean this from my heart, that they'll tell me again, so you could hear it again, even though I know you already heard it, yes, things will get better. But they're telling me to tell you is we need to keep our vibrations up and be the co-creator and manifest beautiful things, and do the opposite of what we're doing so things should progress, go ahead. And this way, you won't go through the crumbling card where everything's falling apart, right? So if you're moving forward, things are not going to fall apart, right? It's either going to go one way or the other. And when it does fall apart, what do? We do the opposite. It's that simple. And we go, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my relationship. Well, I don't know what to do. You communicate. Yeah, but I try to communicate. I don't know what to do. Well, maybe you need a therapist. Again, I can't prescribe that. Okay. Or maybe it's meant to move forward. So we have to start thinking to advance ourselves, but communicating, or maybe we need therapy together as a couple, or maybe I need time for myself, or maybe it's within me, I need to improve myself. So there's so many different questions, but how things will get better? Yes, but we need to move more forward on so they keep on evolving and growing. And knowing that there's always someone around for you to be, for them to be there to help you through your journey. So I think that's really important to know. But you always want to look in the mirror, right? You want to look in the mirror and say to yourself, am I really happy at what I see? Or what do I need to do to change it? Am I moving more forward? Am I progressing? What do I see myself when I look at myself in the mirror? Do you talk to your soul? You talk to your soul. when you look in the mirror, I mean, don't freak yourself out. When you look in the mirror, like how I'm looking at you guys, and you're looking right within your own eyes and talk to yourself, you're actually talking to your soul. So when you look in the mirror, you're telling what you should be doing, what bothers you, what you improved, what you still need to improve, and get into the core of what really bothers you. That's right. So you could do practices in the mirror and say to yourself, why do I feel sad? Well, I feel sad because I'm barely making it. Well, what can you do to improve on it? See, so when we look at ourselves, we're not just brushing our hair. We're also checking ourselves for who we really are, how we feel about ourselves. And we're not happy with ourselves, we need to improve ourselves. Like we all do. We all need to improve. I do. I'll admit to. I mean, I come, with these videos, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm honest. I say I have my moments. Yes, I don't care, how long I've been doing this, but I do have my moments. So we have to really look in the mirror and check it. And if we did everything we did possible, and we feel like we're moving forward because we tried the best we can, that's all we could do, then there's the angels are saying, yes, things are going to work out. No, your life won't fall apart. Sometimes it is an up and down. And you could always connect with loved ones to really help you, and be there for you. And I think that's so, so important. Oh my God, it's so important for them to help you on your journey. So don't give up on yourself, knowing that there's help there, knowing you can rebuild, knowing there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and knowing, talk to yourself to find out what you're missing or what you need to do to work it out so you can move forward in your life. If this resonates with you guys, I'd love to help you with a one-on-one session. I do coaching, I do spiritual readings, I do healing work, I do past life regression work, and so much more. So I can really help you on your path. Also, I would love to hear your comments in the comment box below. I'd really love to hear. And thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. When I have you in the thought of how many wonderful souls that come on here, I just love it because I always love to open up doors from the other side to give you guys messages. And the best way to support, if you enjoy my video, the best way to support me is to hit that like button. Also, subscribe at Marc Healing Arts here, MARC, Marc Healing Arts, on spiritual growth and philosophy. I'll see you soon. But just remember, things always work out. Maybe not always the way we want, but things work out. So remind yourself to love yourself, and also knowing, even though things look crazy at the moment, things will work out. Take care for now. I'm Marc. I'm the spiritual advisor for Marc Healing Arts.